was having a chat with a gentleman yesterday, and he brought the fact that he uses fiberglass to fix body panels and rust holes and things like that. I told him that I disagree. I mean, that's another way to do it, but I disagree with that process because if the surrounding area will rust anyway or continue to rust, then you're gonna have to go back in there and cut out the rust and add more filler, add more. I don't know. It's just an endless excuse. You know what I mean? In my opinion, it's not. It's not a good fix. I know it's a way, but it's not my way, right? I think, you know, replacing body panels, cutting out the rust, replacing it with new body panels is the best way to do it. Or rebuilding the whole thing with brand new body panels, right? If it wasn't so expensive, I'd replace the whole damn thing with brand new body panels, work it. Now, Bondo. Okay, let's talk about Bondo a little bit. Bondo body filler, yes, it can be useful if you're putting it in there sparingly, you know, but people go crazy with these things, and sometimes I've seen as much as half an inch deep on Bondo. That's a lot of Bondo, guys. I mean, that's get it as close as you can and then use Bondo to finish it and make it smooth. That's just my opinion. Anyway, welcome to episode 11 of the not so cheap build where I'm building a Bronco out of two parts Bronco. One came directly from the junkyard, and that's the body right there that you see. Anyways, I am replacing panels, so it's really a continuation of episode 10 because there are many more panels that I gotta replace. And by replacing, I mean I reuse some of the panels from a donor Bronco because they're still salvageable and in good shape, and I am not trying to spend limitless amount of money in this project. You know what I mean? I'm trying to build it in a reasonable amount, in a reasonable amount of time, on my own, and everything done by my own. So this today I'm going to continue to work on this rocker panel that I removed from the red one. I'm going to put that in on the what I removed from that mint green right there, straightened out the panel, and then I'm going to put that back in so I can put the striker and put the doors in and align all that stuff. But I'll update as I go along. You're probably wondering why I'm wearing this really bright shirt and something in my head. Well, I found out the last couple of days is that I'm breathing too much of what's in the air, and then it's getting on my skin, so I decided to wear long sleeve all the time now. Plus I'm welding anyways, and then something on my head so I don't have to wash my hair often. And then you'll see me wear like face masks, things like that. Mainly, like I said in the beginning, is that what I do here every day, I reflect on what I do as far as safety is concerned, because the more safe I am, the longer I can do this, right? So this is part of it. Anyway, let's go build Bronco. Rocker panel, whatever this thing ledge is in, it's as straight as I can get it. I'm gonna grind it down, put some primer, and it's good to go. This is the only I already mentioned this in one of my videos, that the difficult part of working on something this rusty is that it's just so many areas that are so thin, not necessarily rusty, but just thin, and it's hard to get you know, the welder to stick, or welder just punches a hole. But you just got to be patient with it. It's done. Alright guys, it's raining today. Well, on and off, which means my work here is kind of limited, but I will try to do my best to continue. More body work, not done yet, but I'm hoping today I can put the front clip, windshield, and then weld the A-pillar on the driver's side. That's my plan for today, so how exciting, we'll see. But let me show you around what I've done so far, just a recap. This is the passenger side, and I fixed the rust hole right there on the on the rocker panel. I kind of don't like how that ended up because the bottom is so rotten that I can't even weld down there because the weld puddle, no matter how low, it just goes through the metal. So I'll redo that. Same work I did on this side, then the other side, because there was some rust pooling there and created a hole, so fix that. Like I said, this side is new, so leave that alone. Today I'm hoping to get to this area and fix that, and then of course removed the rust here, treated it, closed all the holes on the side for the new mud guards or whatever you want to call that. Fixed on this side, you already know that. Fixed that. Used to be a hole over there. I fixed that. And like I said, I can't wait to get to this because they didn't do it right. So I want to correct this. This is all crooked, and after that, I think I'm pretty solid. The rest that you see are just surface rust that can be removed, treated, primered, and then it's good to go. So, oh yeah, I'm forgetting about the bed here, but I have a plan for that. Alright, some of you are not gonna like it, but this is a not so cheap build. Anyway, how do I deal with rusty, floor pans? Remove the rust, and then what I'll do is I'll treat the rest with, again, this rust stopper right here, and then I will be welding in a creative piece to hold that thing together. Alright, quick update. I mean, when I get on a roll, I get on a roll. So A-pillar is on, this fender fits good. When I put the doors on, I'm just gonna have to do the adjustment there. And then of course I was working on the floor, and that's how this is the finished product right there. I mean, short of changing the front and the back floors, this is an easy fix for me, or a quick fix for me. So that will be sealed with seam sealer. Make sure there's no water that can get in. Water getting out is okay in case this thing gets wet anyways, but pretty solid, good fit for a carpenter. I already put the other fender as well on the other side for fitment, but I'm gonna be moving on to the cowl in the next few days. Maybe put the hood on and then fit that as well, and the windshield. Then after that, body's ready to be taken off. I'm out of gas as well. I'll pick up some gas for the exhaust. Hey guys, if you haven't seen episodes 1 through 10, very exciting episodes. I think you should go back to my channel and check that out. I'm at episode 11 now of this build. Unfortunately, the body is still on the frame, but I am close. Once the body is in, I think, okay shape for my taste, all the body work's been done, panels been changed, rust been removed, then I will take the body off. Hopefully it'll happen next week. We will see. So as much as I am trying to be as frugal and cheap as possible in this build, there are requirements, right? I'm not gonna put in the engine without changing gaskets, rebuilding transmission, little things like that. Also, of course, I'll try to reuse as much as I can, but like the rims, I just went ahead and bought new rims because it's cheaper to buy it than to restore this one right here. So you just gotta kind of, you know, weigh that disadvantage and benefits of rebuilding things or reusing things, and if it's gonna save you a lot of money, in my opinion, if I can save me a lot of money, then I go ahead and just rebuild it. But if it's not, then I go buy it, right? I'll make my own exhaust. What else? I will rebuild everything that I can in-house, including regasketing of the engine, rebuilding of the transmission, and regasketing of the Dana 20 transfer case. And the reason why I want to do this is because I don't really want it in a leak. I want it to be as good as running as possible to last me for years, maybe even a decade, right? So that's my purpose for it. But coming along, guys, and I'm very excited. Rust, rust, and rust. You know where this came from? Let me show you. Yesterday, did a little bit of work. You know, when I was vacuuming things up here in the front, I was noticing there was a hole down here, and there was a lot of rust being sucked up by the vacuum. So I decided to open a little area here, and then I figured I'm gonna just remove the whole thing here in the cowl, which I did. That's why you saw on the ground over there. Anyways, this held a lot of water for some reason, and it was rusty. So treated it with that compound. Hopefully I can save that, which I will. I think I'm gonna paint it, secure it. The rust didn't go through here, so I think it's good to go. I'm gonna make a new panel, cover this back up, and then be done with that. Hey guys, episode 11, different day. I've been busy, but progress is slow. Anyways, frame of the window or windshield, I'll be working on that hopefully today. But here's where I finished out of the other day. Kind of want to show it to you real quick. The cowl almost done, right? The problem is that I don't know what happened to the measurements here. It's like maybe an inch short, even shorter on other areas. So I am not sure what the hell happened. I'm gonna have to redo that. And then I have this beading equipment that broke on me. All right, back to work. You know, the big pieces of metal that I use for the cowl or the bed or whatever it is that if you just lay it down flat, it'll make this sound because it's gonna move around. So to make it stiff and make it stronger, you put a bead on it, right? And I have this bead maker right here where you sandwich the metal here and moves around. Problem is that the bolt that holds it down broke off right there. It broke on me yesterday, and then of course I got to redo what I did over there, so I'm gonna have to fix that first. All right, much better work, fits even better. These are beads, guys. Keep it from flexing. Give it a little bit of a sturdiness. So I'm gonna tack weld just like the factory, and it's done. Nice and sealed. Here's the other one that didn't fit right with adjustments. Hey guys, check this out. I know that I normally just don't buy things just because I want to buy it. I buy it in anticipation of using it, and I get excited when things come in because I've imagined it, of course. So the interior will be tan, and this is the steering wheel. Yeah, 15-inch, very nice. I'm excited. It's gonna look good. Anyway, did a lot of work today. I know I don't get videos of all the steps when I do these things, but I'm gonna show you the finished product on the cowl. Homemade. Well, I made it, of course. I'm proud of it. So let's go. All right, episode 11. Cowl done. Rust taken care of, so this should last me a good while while I'm putting it together. Of course, the A-pillar right here is done as well. I'm not going to use a fan or a blower, so that area is closed off. And I don't know if you can see here as well, the hole right here for the blower I closed off as well. I'm going to close off a few more holes that I'm not going to use for the heater over there because there's no use for that, just to keep it clean. Anyway, the work continues a little bit more. I'm going to mock up the windshield and the dash soon. Once that's complete, then I can go ahead and take this body off. So I'm getting really close. It will happen probably on the next episode, but I'm going to complete episode 11 by finishing the mocking of the windshield here. The hinge they use here is called a piano hinge. I think Home Depot has them, so I'm gonna go try and buy that tonight and then work on the windshield frame, mock it over here. As you can see, there's a missing bracket over here for the windshield, so I'm gonna have to make that one as well, and then put the dash, make sure the dash bolts in. A couple more things I gotta fix. Look at this, I gotta fix that, you know, but other than that, it's coming along, guys, soon enough. Same episode 11, different day, and today I am tackling the window frame. And the issues I have is the old one, when they took it off, they rip it apart, obviously. The hinges, I mean. And it's a little bit rusty, but it can be saved. So I went to Home Depot today to buy a piano hinge, but this is what they gave me. And as you can tell, it is much smaller and more puny. So, back to the drawing board with what to do with that. But I would like to end this episode by mounting that at least and the dash so that I can prepare to take the body off. So we'll see. Our update video. This is episode 11, and like I said, I'm going to close it out with mocking the windshield and the dash. Not as easy because previously I was missing a bracket on this side, so I have to make a bracket. There are rust on this windshield frame, so I had to do some patching. Where the nut is behind inside this windshield on that side came off, so I've had to take it off, re-weld it, make new brackets, and then put it back in there. Anyways, successful. This episode is successful, which means next week I should be able to remove this body and then put it aside and then work on the frame. moving along. It does look like crap because I literally just pulled that out of the storage. Surface rust, nothing we can't fix. Yeah.